Hey, what's up, everyone? You are listening or watching the My Comic Book Journey podcast. I'm your host, Kennedy. And today we are talking about Fantastic Four, Volume 1, Issue number 32, which was released back in November 1964, or actually has a cover date of November 1964. And it comes out through Marvel Comics, written by Stan Lee, illustrated by Jack Kirby, inker Chic and letterer S. Rosen. So, for those who have read early issues of the Fantastic Four, there are two personal storylines that involve Ben Grimm and the Storm siblings. For Ben, he's always had these issues with his new Rocky figure and is always hoping Reed would find a way to make him human again. While Sue and Johnny Storm had to deal with their father, a brilliant doctor whose life went downhill due to his wife's death and has got into drinking and gambling and tried to inflict pain in himself onto himself. So when he borrowed money from gangsters and had to pay it back and had no money, they threatened his children, and Dr. Storm ended up accidentally killing the gangster during a struggle. So now he's serving time in prison. Sue and Johnny, of course, still love their father, but struggle with his incarceration. And with this issue number 32, we have an issue that deals with Ben and the Storm's issues all happening head on in this issue. So let's take a look at this cover right here. As you can see, this old cover, when I bought this, it had these little writings, possibly from the former owner. I got it used, of course, as you can tell. Um, you're not likely to read a tale like this ever again. Truly, it's a Marvel masterwork of most compelling excellence. Death of a hero. Who is the Invincible Man? Interesting. Never before such a daring drama, such raw realism. They have a way of words back then, didn't they? Anyway, the story begins with something from another planet crashing into a volcano and something emerging. Meanwhile, in the Baxter building, Reed has another experiment to rid of Ben's rocky exterior. And while experimenting, Reed was able to remove the rocky formations and make Ben Grimm human again. Unfortunately, it left him with a violent temper and also amnesia, where he recognized no one and started attacking his own friends. Reed had no choice but to return him back to normal. But he realized he was close, but yet the adverse reactions from the experiment brought out the bad side of Ben Grimm, which Reed dared not want to happen to him, especially as it may affect his relationship with his girlfriend Alicia. Meanwhile, the ominous figure that emerged from the volcano heads towards the U.S. and wants revenge on the Fantastic Four. The being puts on a disguise and also kidnaps Sue and Johnny's father from prison, possesses him, and makes the police and civilians think he is a superpowered individual. While the Fantastic Four fight against the individual, the mysterious being shown that he has the same powers as the Fantastic Four. And each time Reed and the Thing are about to beat him, Sue and Franklin stop them and they don't want their father hurt. As the mysterious being escapes, the civilians watch what had happened, and Reed is angry at Sue and Franklin for what they did by trying to stop them from defeating this mysterious being, and knew that the public perception will now be negative towards the Fantastic Four. The newspapers became relentless and in their attacks against the Fantastic Four, making it seem as they have aided Dr. Storm in escaping from prison. Reed has found something about the mysterious individual, though, and he has a plan. And that plan, Sue and Johnny, to see how bad the media and public perception has been towards the Fantastic Four, you know, they they're having a hard time with it, and of how they hurt Reed, how they hurt the team, and possibly wonder if they should just quit the group. Can Reed find out who the mysterious individual is, and also find a way to retrieve Sue and Johnny's father back to normal? So, if anything, this is an issue indicative of how Stan Lee was an awesome writer by showing the superhero side, but also the personal side of these characters. From Ben's low self esteem about his looks and wanting him to be human, to Sue and Johnny dealing with their father's incarceration and his escape. But this issue is no doubt tragic, as someone loses their life in order to protect others. It's no doubt one of the best early Fantastic Four stories that you'll read. from the early 1960s. So I definitely recommend reading it. Okay, everyone, that is it. I will see you later. Wink, wink, and